Well, when you come to Floyd, I can promise you one thing: integrity, honesty, and fair pricing. And I also recommend my customers go price shopping, and I guarantee you they'll be happy with us. I bought the shop on an accident, kind of on a whim. I was working for a manufacturing company, managing their company, and I pretty much hung up my tools at that time. And I had an opportunity to buy the shop, and it was a good price. So I went ahead and bought it as an investment, but then realized it was something that I was going to have to end up doing myself because I didn't want anybody running a business of mine that I didn't have my hands on. So I ended up quitting my job and became manager of the company about 15 years ago, and that's where I am now. I started out as a diesel mechanic, and back in the 80s and 90s, there was a lot of Mercedes diesels. So I was able to get a job with a place that worked on European cars, on a lot of diesels and Volkswagens and Audis and Mercedes and BMWs. And then from there, I went to the BMW dealer, and I worked there for about 9 years. So we do really specialize in European cars, but I work on everything: Hondas, Toyotas, Chevrolets. One of the biggest challenges that I've seen with people finding the right mechanic is that a lot of shops work on commission, so they upsell work. They do work that doesn't need to be done. I'm more of the kind of guy that's going to do the repair that you came in for. If I see something that's pretty detrimental that needs serious attention, I will let you know and we can discuss it, but I'm not going to shove it down your throat. I'm not going to make you use, I'm not going to use scare tactics. I'm not going to be one of those guys that, hey, you come in for, $25 or $30 or even a $500 repair and walk out with a $1,500 bill. We don't work like that. My guys do not work on commission. My guys work on salary. Commission creates competition in the shop, and it creates rush work. That means they're just getting through it to try to create hours, and the quality of the jobs go down. We consider ourselves a full-line shop. We do everything from oil changes, putting air in people's tires, plugging tires, patching tires, to engine swaps, transmission swaps. We work on diesels. We work on pretty much anything that comes through. If there's something that I can't do, I will honestly tell you that I cannot do it, and I will recommend you to another shop, because I'm not going to get into something that I can't do. I haven't found too many things that I haven't been able to do, but again, we can't do everything. But I do know that we do almost everything. We do programming, we do stuff like that most people won't do. Have 5 different computers that pretty much cover everything. People fear the auto mechanic shop because they've probably been ripped off before. And it's hard to diagnose these cars. We get cars in here sometimes that it's not just turnkey, it's not just plug the computer in, and it's not a crystal ball. These cars are complicated nowadays, so it's hard to fix them. They are not just straightforward. And what happens is sometimes people will say this is what's wrong with the car, and they repair that car, and it may be something else. There's a lot of cause and effect. When you fix something and you're fixing the cause, you're not fixing the effect, or vice versa. Because if you fix the effect, you got the cause, and in 6 months, the effect is going to be back because you didn't fix the cause of the repair. So there's a lot of that going on. Also, people, when they fix their cars, they want it fixed right. They want to use quality parts. They want to be, confident that they're getting the right thing done. And what happens is that people use cheap parts, and these cheap parts don't last as long as the good quality parts. I do not use cheap parts. I don't use any retail. I use all wholesale, and they're usually from the manufacturer or original parts. I try to stay with that so that people get their cars done right. Being honest with them, being straight. I don't sugarcoat things. They know me by now. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't pull punches. I tell them straight because that's how they need to hear it. If there's something wrong with the car, I'd rather tell them this is what's wrong with it. It's not worth fixing. Or yes, we can fix it, and this is what it's going to cost. Because I'm not going to lead them wrong. I wouldn't want anybody doing that to me, so I wouldn't do that to anybody else. I'd like my customers to know that we are insured and we are bonded. We have a $1 million policy that covers property damage, covers natural disaster, burglaries, windows, scratches, body damage. And that just gives the customer confidence that they can bring me their car, and then when they leave it with me, that if something happens to it, whether it's my guys accidentally scratching the car or denting the car, or even somebody breaking into the car, it's covered. It's covered. We have a policy that covers everything, and that way people can leave their cars with me with confidence. It doesn't matter if it's a Toyota Corolla or a Maserati. We are covered, and we can take care of your car, and the people can leave it with confidence. Well, I had 3 mechanics. Mark, he's been with me the longest. He's been with me 12 years. He's a certified BMW, and he mostly works on my European cars. He's really good at it. I've trained him with everything that I've had, and he's also had some outside training, so he's really good. And then I have Daniel. He's been with me about 7 years, and he's really good on Hondas, Toyotas, Japanese cars. He also works on American. Everybody kind of does everything, but they have their specialty fields. And then I have my new guy, Luis. He's been with me a couple of years, and I've kind of given him a chance, let him try him out, and he's really impressed me. He's already done some really big jobs, and they're very clean workers. They take care of their job, and they're dedicated to me. They do not miss work. They hardly ever call in or anything like that. So, I give them their bonuses, and I make sure that they're taken care of, because they have to raise families too. This isn't just a job. This is something that's a career for these guys. When a customer drops off their vehicle with me, the first thing we do is put floor mats in it. We put paper mats, we put steering wheel covers, and we have seat covers. We use fender covers whenever we're working on the cars to protect the fenders from the guys leaning over and working on them. We make sure that they're clean and that everything is done the way it's supposed to be, because I'm very particular about having a clean shop and a clean work environment. And that rolls over to my guys. They know how I am, and they follow my suit. Here at Floyd's, we do cover extended warranties. We work with CarShield, Advantage, Route 66. I would tell people before they do buy an extended warranty to shop around a little bit and check the reviews, because most of these extended warranties will only cover fair market value of the vehicle. So just be careful when you buy one. They want 100% honesty. They want it to be easy to understand, simplify the problem, explain it to them. They do not want to be upsold. They want to come in for what they came in for, and that's it. Fun fact, most of my customers are women. I get 70% of my customers are female. They don't even ask me questions anymore. They already know that I'm straight and that I'm going to take care of them. Well, I like to try to support my community. I do volunteer work, and I also do a lot of work for some ministries in different churches. I do work for MAM. They send me a lot of work for single moms and things like that. I help them out when they can't afford their car repairs, and I do it basically for free. There are situations where they just can't afford it, and I can't sit there and watch and not do something about it. I also work for the DePelchin Faith Home with single moms and battered women and children, because they need it. Everybody needs help, and if I can help them, I'm definitely going to be the guy to do it. I was born and raised on a farm, and out in the middle of the country, there was nothing else to do but fishing and hunting, and that's my passion. I'm a charter boat captain. I've been a captain since '95. I operate an outfitter company on the side. I take people fishing and hunting, and just something that I just love to do, and that's my deal, is the outdoors. I'm not a city boy. Never have been, never will be. Well, when you come to Floyd, I can promise you one thing: integrity, honesty, and fair pricing. And I also recommend my customers go price shopping, and I guarantee you they'll be happy with us.